Here we go. And we are live.
What's happening?
You know what I said on my video?
Guys,
I said,
we have PJ hanging out with us.
I said Joe was making fun of me talking about my little intro. Joe was making fun of me talking about my little intro that I do every time.
It's not making fun. It's endearing. I wish that I had something cool like that.
Yeah, we're always like, hey, what's up?
Like Prison to Profits, I forget Tay, I think is his first name. But he's always like, dang, I'm going to forget now because we just got done driving everybody. Hello, everybody. We've been having a conversation with TJ for like 10 minutes. So we're going to have a conversation now. But Jessica and I, we just got back from Market Street Liquidation. Like we just pulled into the driveway like 40 minutes ago.
We were watching TJ and April on the road.
Yep. And we're like, hey, just come on and chat with us for a while. So we have no idea how long TJ will be here. April was like, forget you guys. I'm going home.
Basically, is what happened.
I'm feeling rejected right now. So I'm going to project that rejection on y'all.
It was with love, though. That's all that matters. It was with love.
Yes.
I'm really excited to be hanging out with you. I know you and Joe talk a lot, but I don't ever get to talk to y'all that much. So it's really exciting to be able to hang out with you and talk to everybody together. We do have some people on the chat. Let's see. We've got Faithfully Scratchers came from your live stream right there. Thank you for joining on and hanging out with us. And then Save Your First. Hello, how are you? Hi, Shane. Shane's one of our members. Shane? How's it going?
I'm sorry, Shane. If y'all are part of our YouTube membership, the Weekend Warriors, I have warriors, not warriors.
Warriors.
I apologize. Poor planning. My phone's been broken. I dropped my phone accidentally. When was it? Sunday? No, it was Saturday. Lucas and I were playing in the bed. We were wrestling and stuff and watching the phone. And I don't know if I went to hand him the phone or he handed me the phone, but we dropped it and it landed on his cheek, like right here. And it actually cracked the LCD.
Lucas was fine.
It didn't crack his face, but the phone, like, I have no idea, but lines went up the side. So I finally just got a phone yesterday, but I'm one of those cheapo depot straight talk user people. I don't like a monthly, like, stuck in a contract. I just want the freedom. But Straight Talk, they don't make it very easy for you to just pop in a SIM card. Like, you got to order one and then it takes forever to get it. So I haven't had a phone since Saturday. I got a new one, but it's not activated for service. Yeah. So I don't even know why I told y'all that. Like, I thought I was going somewhere. But then I forgot when I got there.
Like, what was I talking about again?
I know. It's been a long day. I don't know. I don't even know. But yes. So that's why everything has been a little wonky.
I remember now. Because I didn't have a phone, I forgot that we had the Zoom call tonight at 7:00. So I scheduled rescheduled our Thursday night live stream to 7:00 tonight, which overlapping. So if you're part of that group, I put a Facebook message in that education group, which is only for the Weekend Warriors, not Worriers. That if you want an individual call tomorrow, just comment and I will arrange that for you.
Yes. And for those of you who don't know who's joining us, this is our good friend TJ from Pallet, and he and his sister April, they do honestly, he's YouTube goals for me. He is amazing at the cinematography. He gives such great information for those of you who are, watching our channel because of the plethora of information and the fun personalities. TJ and April are people you want to check out. So make sure that you check out their channel, Pallet and
yeah, if one of the mods can put a link to their channel
that would be
the description
awesome.
Also, that would be amazing.
Hey,
I strategically had a shirt on.
I'm trying to get shirts from y'all, so
I just need to go on and order. Can you design?
Just send me
color shirt.
Just send me your sizes. I'll send you some.
I'm excited. I'll represent.
Yes. I'm one of those people. I don't know. I've been on your website. When I text, I think I texted you. I don't know if it was I text you or called you. I'm like, what's your website? Like, where's your shirts at? And I've looked at like 6 or 7 times, and like I can't settle. I don't want to make the wrong choice. So I sound like,
me.
It's too many options. I wish I didn't have that many options.
But I like it. I like the options, but I just have to think about it. I have to make the right decision. Let's see. Jessica Shields is on here tonight. Good to see you. Good to see you thrifting by. Very cool. Actually, we were just talking on Pallet Jackin's live stream that he had. And he was talking about safety and thrifting by. He reached out to me and was giving me some really amazing tips on like reseller safety. So he's the person to talk to about safety things and just making sure that you're meeting people in the right places and just all that kind of stuff. I really appreciated him taking the time to email me. It was really awesome. Hello, Matthew. Hello, Louise. Let's see, where are we at? Okay, hi. You told me how to pronounce your name and I forgot. Miss Reyes or Yimmy? Maybe I'm terrible. You have to correct me.
It's not Jaime. The Y is. It's not pronounced.
Same. Is it? Okay.
We're trying.
We're really Ms. Okay.
Reyes, we're trying.
Hello, Kimmy in Pines.
TJ, do you know?
TJ's like, oh no, you're putting me on the spot now. I don't know.
Hey, Gimme. If you say it real nice, it doesn't matter if you mess the name up. You just got to say it nice.
Yeah, that's true. And they usually correct us. So, let's see. Nancy. Hello, Frank. Good to see you. Heather.
Only 5 minutes behind so far.
That's I know. Awesome. We're doing so good. I'm trying to okay, let's do this. Heather's on Facebook. I'll put that on there because there's some people on YouTube and some people on Facebook. Hi, Wendy. Long time no see. It's been like 30 minutes. Let's see. A&D Resellers. Brittany B. Brittany loves the back-to-back lives. TJ, we might need to do some collaborations.
I know. Let's get it.
Mary from Hawaii. Do what?
I said, let's get it. Let's do it. I'm ready.
Yeah, let's do it.
We need to finalize the plans on the one video.
Yes.
The beginning video that we talked about doing. I don't know. I think starting December was a bad idea. We've got great ideas. I think we both follow through at times.
Yeah.
One day we'll get it.
We'll get it. We're working.
We'll figure it out at some point. I'm excited for it though. When Joe told me about you guys trying to collaborate, I was like, yeah, let's do it. That's exciting.
I always hear Ice Cube every time I hear that. Not Ice Cube, Vanilla Ice.
What? Stop collaborate.
Yeah, every time I hear collaborate, I hear Vanilla Ice in my head.
What's up, Tommy? How are you? Let's see where we at. Brandon, Merry Christmas. We're doing so good, y'all. We're doing so good. Brandon watches both of us, so that's awesome. So this will be fun. This will be a fun live. Let's see. I jumped again.
At least you didn't do what I do and just turn off the screen and everything.
We had one during hours. It cut off on us. It was that retrograde.
Yeah, I see it.
It's the solo players.
We're gonna blame the solo players. Yeah. Oh wait, hold on. We can adjust this so we're not squished. Can I adjust the format?
Yeah, slap me over.
Oh, okay.
What?
We're not squished.
Oh, there's so much more room for activities.
We need an overlay now, though.
I had no idea. Thank you, Marie. I had no idea that we could do that.
Because I was trying to get in there.
We're
I want maintaining our social distance.
So, we know technology. It's fine.
Oh, yeah, we know it a lot.
We may not know how to use it, but we know about it. Jessica Shields says that she loves you guys, that you're goofy and she's serious and straightforward. That's a good mix there.
Who's that? Me?
No, April and TJ.
Oh yeah. Y'all are a very good balance.
Yes, I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I actually enjoy it. Yemi says that that's actually a common misconception, but they are in fact brother and sister. Okay, In Tall Pines wants to know where you're from, TJ.
Sorry,
we are
trying to get the mad water.
Is that what it was? We are from Chattanooga, Tennessee. It's just a normal small town here in Tennessee. kind of southern Tennessee.
Is Chattanooga small?
Yeah,
Well,
it's like
it's not,
what 50,000 in Chattanooga.
Yeah,
more than that.
It's probably about 50,000. I think a lot of people think it's a lot bigger because we have so many surrounding cities. They kind of merge together. So
and everybody's kind of heard of Chattanooga. Like I feel like if somebody says Chattanooga, they know it's from Tennessee.
Yeah, nobody's.
Whereas if I say I'm from Conway, they're like, "Where's that?"
Yeah, people know Chattanooga. Yeah. And you've got how many bin stores in Chattanooga? 2?
I think we've got 3. They just opened another one.
I'm so jealous. We need to come up there, go shopping together.
Yeah,
I'm going on Saturday. I can't wait. It's fun.
We went today. We got some goodies today, and we actually got a pallet of coffin boxes, of electronics coffin boxes, and I'm kind of excited to unbox those. We had planned on getting some pallets that we weren't even going to be able to mention on YouTube, and we may at some point in time, but we decided against those for right now because it didn't fully line up with our sourcing strategy.
I'm happy with what we got, though.
Yeah, but we got some, like one of the boxes I opened up had like some Beats 3, like a Sony, Xbox Elite Series 2 controller. It was like $180 controller. And that was just in one box. It had like a $300 scope, maybe $200 scope. Okay. So we got 6 coffin boxes, and as the most expensive pallet that we've ever purchased.
Really?
It was $2,500
they're
for
like
one pallet.
They're like $4.25 a piece. It was like I was like, okay, we're gonna do it though.
And I wanted to buy another one. Like we had money to buy another pallet that we were looking at, but I'm like, I really don't want to spend $5,000 today. I
don't want to spend $5,000 any
day.
I mean, it's like I know.
I saw it. Oh, I'm so jealous.
What are you doing with your old one?
I don't know yet. I've got so many of them, but I've got to do something to pay for this because this right here was a lot.
Are you doing it Casey Neistat style, and like you've got like your camera wall of all of your old cameras?
I do. I have a camera wall.
You need a camera wall. That's what you need.
I've got a camera wall, and I've got the boxes. All the boxes are in pristine condition. I got them in my little closet, and I got them all like lined up.
You would.
You're so cool. Someday I'll have that. We've got a few mods who did put pallet jack-ins. We've got Marie and Tommy from Bargain Effect, and then Jessica, who all put. So make sure that y'all subscribe because I'm telling you won't regret it. He's one of the few YouTubers I watch all the time.
I'm like, every time I watch his intros, I'm like, dang it, TJ, I can't live up to this.
The bad part about it is I don't even care about the videos most of the time. It's all about the intro.
I know.
The intro's so good. He did one for the beginning of his live stream, and I was like, oh my gosh, what is this? It is like good and extra.
I remember the first one you did of the I don't know what you call, but they had the pink serum when you first went and got the white lab coat. And you started out that series of like, I forget what you titled it, but I'm like, dang it, like this is really good. And you're like, I spent all day shopping for this stuff and spent like X amount of dollars. And I was like, that's dedication right there. Like you're like truly like an artist in that. I think it's awesome. So I appreciate
that. I always get nervous sometimes because I don't know how people are going to react to my videos. Now I'm like, well, this is our channel. I'll do what I want to.
Yeah, exactly. But you do a great job. People like it.
Yeah, I think that's when I originally started. I don't know how long it was that we were watching you before I reached out to you. It probably wasn't very long. I was just like, I like this guy. I like that he puts so much time into editing because I could see all the different layers of stuff. I'm like, I need to talk to this guy. And so I reached out. There's a guy, Andy So Meta. He's only got like 500 subscribers. He hasn't put out any videos for a long time.
But he was good too.
But I'm like, man, I just love like just the thought, like just, because
the ability to tell a story with more than just words.
Yep.
Right. I think sometimes with those smaller,
oh,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think sometimes with smaller YouTubers, and I saw this myself when I was starting out with YouTube. you put in a lot of effort and then you don't see the results from it as fast as you would like to see the results from it. So I've seen a lot of YouTubers like that have beautiful cinematography. You know, they go through and it's just beautiful. It's like a movie. And then you don't see anything from them because they don't get the kind of the love and support, you know, building a community and stuff like that. And I was the same way with my TJ Love Lady channel because it's a lot bigger than the Pallet Jacking channel, but I don't have the community like I got with Pallet Jacking. And it's a lot better when you have a lot of people rallying around you and you get the comments, you know, the good stuff, the feels. I know Jessica like the feels.
Yeah.
I'm like the feels too.
Yeah, we had a really good conversation on your liquidation site about how people's comments and words really do affect you, even though you may not show it on the outside. That sometimes you do have to take a minute because, you know, people can really affect you and affect your mood based on what they say.
Yes. And I'm like, I can't be reading these. There's a little while like we had to stop reading comments. I don't know. It was like right when we had grown to probably because we grew so fast. Like we went from 4,000 to like 10,000 in like 2 weeks. And then we went from 10,000 to 20,000 in like a month. And then I think it's taken like 3 months or maybe even 4 months. Yeah, I guess probably 4 months to go from 20 to 30,000. I remember I forget what growth level we hit.
It went in line with Extreme Unboxing. I really think that really boosted a lot of, you know, our subscribers and everything. Okay.
So he stops barking at
us.
us.
Our dog, our animals missed us. We were gone for a night, so.
Oh, yeah. I got the same. Mine, I had to lock them up because they'll be right here in my face.
They'll be all over. Yeah, if we let them. Okay, so this is a Facebook user. I'm on Facebook right now. This is RB King. He's wanting you to know that he's an extra large.
Oh, I seen you on RB King. He got a new camera today, and his video was like super crispy. So I gave him some props on this.
I know. Video. I'm so jealous of y'all and your crispy videos.
I know. We never know if ours are crispy because our internet's always so shoddy. So even when we watch on the replay, we're like, I don't even know if this is crispy or not because our internet sucks.
Oh, Trey is one of our favorite people. She says that she loves us very much and we've brightened this year for her more than we know. And it's okay that you can't stay, but have a Merry Christmas and we thank you so much.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Steven, what's up, Steven? Faithfully Scratcher says that they're wonderful, that you guys are wonderful. You and April are wonderful, and they get it from their mom and dad and wish that they were here to see what you guys were doing because they would be proud. And I agree. That's so sweet.
Yes.
That's so sweet. Let's see. Where we at? Let's see. Thank you for the subscription. Awad. Lucy. Lucy got her first pallet Monday. How did it go? Did you unbox it yet? I'm excited.
That first one's, they're all exciting.
There's something special about the first one.
I remember our first pallet. Do you remember your first pallet, TJ?
Yeah, it sucked.
It
was Walmart.
Lucy, I hope that your pallet was awesome and that you did not have that experience because I honestly don't even know why we bought more pallets after the first one was so terrible. I don't know what happened.
We had to do something. we had 5 employees at that time, and I was like, I've got to get some inventory. Like, we've got to do something because this, because that's when the cell phone market shifted. And we went from paying like $4 a phone to like $10 a phone overnight. And we had five families to feed. Oh, there was so much. It was so stressful, so much weight.
It was scary. It was very scary.
When you work for yourself and you've got like your wife and kids, you're like, oh, I know we're going to be okay. But I don't know, like when we had that many employees, I'm like, man, like all of these, like they all have wife and kids, like there's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
So I was like, and that's why we went into liquidation.
And we learned the hard way on a lot of things, but we always made sure that, you know, everybody was taken care of the best that we can and kept open communication. And I would love to have our old team back someday because it was so much fun.
We're meeting with our Dedrick, who we're going to meet with him next month. We're friends. So him and his wife and his son are going to come
She makes
over,
amazing cakes, y'all.
But we're going to kind of put together like a timeline and a step progress of like a checklist. Like once this happens and this happens, then you can come on. And so we're excited about it because we miss him. When we closed down the warehouse, like it was a big thing for us to do that because, when you work with people, it's like family.
Yeah. You want to take care of them.
I went back and we was talking about some old videos. We was talking about Wendy said something about she felt like she was stalking our videos, and I said that's a good thing. As YouTubers, we want y'all to stalk our videos. That's that's kind of the thing. But I always go back when I follow a new channel, and I want to go back. I want to see the old crappy videos. I don't want to see the new ones. So I went back and I saw a lot of y'all.
Do you guys go back and watch the old videos? Because if so, I'm really sorry.
I've tried with like we get every once. I mean, TJ, like when people are like binge watching you, like you'll get comments like on every video for like 8 hours. Yeah. And
I'm totally cool with that.
Yeah. And I'm just like, for me, it's very humbling and fun. I'm like, man, somebody likes us that much where they're watching 8 hours. I'm like, that's just crazy.
It's so honoring. It's humbling. For sure.
Some people will find the old live, because in the beginning we only did live videos, and people will find those live videos and they'll be like, this sucks. Like, why did you change format? Like, I like the other one. Like, you talk too much. You're not even giving me the prices. All you're doing is you keep talking to people. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like, we filmed that video almost
2 years ago.
2 years ago. We did what we were doing there. Even that unboxing was.
And we still don't know what we're doing.
That's the bad part about it. You still don't know.
I know. We have no idea.
We don't know. We're making this up as we go along.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, let's see. We've got some new subs.
Jamie.
Thrifting by says, TJ, Richard would be very happy to help you with any safety issues you're having or may have. So
yeah.
Yes. And then let's see. Okay, so it's more like Jamie. Cool. Hey Jamie, I feel like you've told me this before. It'll eventually stick, I promise. And I try.
I'm horrible with names. I am horrible with names.
Let's see. Hello, Heather. Good to see you. Let's see where I skipped again. I don't think I do that on purpose. Yeah. Riley's business. Hello.
I realized a couple weeks ago I kept saying RGB King. And it's because I kept listing the lights. The RGB lights that they kept. I'm like, it's not RGB King. That's just what my brain does. So you're the light of the world, Riley. That's what I was trying to say.
It's so funny. I'm sorry.
I know. I kept saying
it just hit me. Like the humor just hit me all at once.
Does anybody else replay conversations like when you're laying down at bed at night and you're like certain conversations and certain things you did throughout the day? You're like, oh man, I messed that up.
Or like when you tell somebody like who works somewhere, like, y'all have a great night, or y'all have. What was it that I said to that lady at the hotel last night? She was like, y'all have a great stay. And I'm like, you too.
I was like, you can't leave forever. Like, you're stuck here.
And I'm like, no, dang it.
Yep. So I can't be the only one that does that.
Let's see. Hello, Shamrock Pixie. Hello. Let's see, Destiny. Let's see, where we at? Lucy went to her first location that was a scam, but she did end up finding a legit place.
Awesome.
And Tommy says that you're goofy too.
I don't appreciate that comment.
He does appreciate the comment.
I do.
Let's see. King J is brand spanking new to reselling and have been watching both YouTube channels nonstop and is glad they caught this live. Well, welcome, King J.
I just realized we didn't get noticed today.
We didn't get made.
This was the first time. Mike at Market Street, he calls us Branson famous. It's probably the same thing for Gatlinburg, that has different shows and stuff. Because every time that we would go there, like people would be like, talking to us for like an hour, like wanting to engage with us. And but the great thing about the mask is people can't recognize us. And I just realized that nobody noticed us today. Like we were able to be in there for, I don't know, we were in there 3 hours and not a single person talked to us. But we also didn't have our cameras too. We didn't do any recording. So,
well, we're Branson famous, apparently.
It's like when you're only famous like in a certain small area, you know. And
we're hitting famous over here. I had one person recognize me. That's it.
One second, I gotta go check on the dog.
And I think we're getting some comments caught up. We're only 13 minutes behind. It's because I talk too much. What's going on, Craig? The land shark picker, not the land shark picker. That would not be good at all. And I think Layden, you gave us a $5 super chat, not a super
chat.
Super chat. So thank you so much.
Miss Miller did. Hello.
I think thrifting by it's a really strategic question. You ask, when the pandemic is over in a few months and the economy picks up, what items do you foresee selling best? I think this could
what do you
be
think, TJ?
a very deep answer.
I think you have to look at your local area. We sell a lot locally, and we sell a lot of stuff online. But our local area likes small appliances, and that's one of the things that people was asking us most for during the pandemic, and even going into like the summertime and now the winter time. And actually, there was a shortage on small appliances pallets. We couldn't find them. We was trying to order them. We was trying to find them. So I'm hoping, this is just my hope, is that those small appliances will start back being more available, especially like after Christmas time. And that's what people want. That's what a lot of people around our area want, small appliances.
And that's a good point, because your local demographic will bring in a lot of sales. You just have to know who they are. For example, we are a college town. There are 3 colleges in our city, when school is in session, we have over 80,000 people in our city, and so they graduate, they make their roots here, they have small children. And so for us, much like where small appliances work really well for you, for us, baby items and young children's toys, home decor stuff, like, because people are, they're just coming out of college, so they're wanting to decorate their first homes, and they're having children and all of this other stuff. So that sells really, really well for us. So I think a great strategy is to find out what your local demographic is buying, who they are. If you live in a place where there's a lot of, more retirement style people, like older people in the city, then maybe baby items won't be the best sellers for you. So finding out what your people will buy. And then I'll also add, at any point in time, whether there's a pandemic or wherever the economy is, investing in replenishables, things that people will always need, because we've done really well with like the HBA boxes, the drugstore items and stuff like that, because people are always needing vitamins, people are always needing shampoos and conditioners and soaps and stuff like that. So just having those to be able to sell could be really, really helpful and boost sales as well.
I think it's really, what the pandemic has, I wouldn't say created, but it forced a lot of people to buy online, and they've been doing so for 8 months now. And I don't foresee that really changing. And then, especially those in bigger cities. I mean, here in Arkansas, we're in the South, we're relatively rural communities, rural areas. Like, people, they still go out and do. But in larger cities, depending on where you live, there's been a lot of shutdowns. And I know a lot of mom and pop businesses are probably closed down for forever.
Yeah.
So those people who are used to that pre-pandemic were buying from those places, they've now learned to buy them online. And so I see that continuing. I think even with us, it's always a long-term goal for us is to buy need items and not so many want items, because it doesn't matter. And we call it recession proofing our business, is that we continually have conversations about, I mean, granted, with that stuff, the margins aren't as good, because you have to strategically source those, and everybody wants those. I mean, everybody wants the others, but it's really the accountants of business people, they target those items, because if they can sell 100 items a day at $10 profit, per item, that's $1,000 profit per day. So and you can do that by sourcing need items, because it doesn't matter if the economy is good or bad, that people are still going to buy those items. And for us, we've been really going after the health and beauty items. We just picked up a box from Market Street. It's an HBA box. We're just going to try it. We're not going to do an unboxing because we have no, like Mike was like, I have no idea really what this is going to be like. Can you like take it
and then give us some feedback?
Give me some feedback. So like we're kind of testing it out for him.
But we'll let y'all know on a live stream or something how it turned out.
So like for us, it's those types of items. I think really, it just depends. Like, I just read a tweet that this, the relief package, granted, there's lots of varying opinions about the relief stimulus. Like, I don't think from the article I just briefly read, I don't think it's gonna. I think Trump may veto it because he wants more stimulus for the people, for us here in the United States, not for.
So I don't know
other places, but for here. So who knows? It really depends on the state that you live. I think really, and that's the beauty of reselling, is that you can really create a business, like you said, for your local market. Jessica said for what sells locally, because I think yes, think big picture like online sales, but what is an area for you, like locally? What's something that's missing that you can actually capitalize on that? Because more and more people are selling online. Like it's funny. It's like there's items that I've price comp from like electronics mystery boxes that I saw none of when we did unboxings. But then when we went to list stuff, like I'd see like 20 of those. I'm like, yep, I know exactly where they sourced from. Where like there wasn't any competition before with a lot of these, but now I can see everybody that's buying electronics mystery boxes. I can see, who's been buying from Market Street, who's been buying from Catchin' Deals, who's been buying from King Kong, because you see a lot of those like items.
Yeah.
So I think, for us resellers is that thinking strategically and having a sourcing plan that's going to counteract that, because yes, I just think people's desire to make money creates competition. We're just the relators of information as people who do YouTube.
Yep. I want to share some love with you, TJ. Miss Miller says, thank you for introducing the new liquidation companies. 88 Lots is my favorite.
We love them.
Yeah, we love them too. So, and then of course, Riley loves your intros because we were talking.
I don't even remember how I got to 88 Lots. I can't remember what got us to 88 Lots, but that was that we only got one lot from 88 Lots. It was 4 boxes. And that box, the sell through rate on that, it really pushed us through like a lot. We was getting a lot of sales, not of that stuff, but because the amount of stuff that we had listed from that box, it propelled like our sales like crazy. And then y'all got that $200 deodorant.
I know.
I'll never forget that $200 deodorant.
It's crazy.
I have no idea. I'm like, what? Why? I don't know. I mean, somebody must really, really love that deodorant.
It must last forever. It probably lasts forever. That's what it is. Thanks, Landon.
One sold to somebody in Laguna Beach, and then the other one sold to somebody in Sacramento. So I don't know what the Californians like with that. I forget which sense
it's like right guard Arctic something.
Yeah,
I looked it up. I wanted to get me some of that.
I know, right? It must be like some magical deodorant. Maybe it like makes you fly or something.
I wish.
Marie says another piece of advice as your chat grows: search how to put your chat on slow mode. What does that mean?
I don't know how you can do that in StreamYard.
Can you do that? Do you know how to do that, DJ?
I've seen it in the YouTube settings. I've not seen it on StreamYard or on we use Ecamm Live. I've not seen that. But yes, there is a way to slow it down because sometimes the chat will be going fast.
Yes.
And then you get behind like really quickly.
Yeah.
I remember, I think our 20,000 subscriber live stream, there's like 200 people on. The chat was going so fast. I'm like, I can't even read any of this.
I'm trying. We're trying.
Yeah.
Let's see. Richard says, when people put you down, they aim to make you feel bad because they fear you. Jealousy is failure, and they will fall because they don't understand embrace and work together. Embrace equals success. That's a really good way to put it. And yeah, TJ and I have had conversation about that on his Facebook group, because it really does affect you. I'm a human being, and I'm a very feely human being. And as much as I'm like, there's a part of me that like totally understands the brokenness and the pain, because I used to be broken and pain. And so there's a part of me that's like, I don't know, I'm heartbroken for them, but it also really hurts me. You know, it really hurts me when people say mean things about me. And it's really hard not to, what was it that you said, TJ? It was really hard, like, not to defend yourself.
Yeah. Especially when somebody's attacking like your character or your integrity. That's all you got is your integrity. And it's like when somebody that knows nothing about you and they make like baseless claims about what you do based on seeing a piece of a video.
Yeah.
You have to, I feel like I have to defend that because everybody's going to see that and think that's true. And it's not true. I'm not going to ignore it because, that means it's the truth if I just leave it there, if somebody go and read it. So especially if they say something about April, that's when I get,
People say stuff about me and I'll be hurt and I'm like, whatever. But if somebody says something about Joe, like, I'm just like, come on, let's talk about this for a second. I don't know why that is. I don't know. Somebody mentioned to him because he said seen instead of saw one time.
In the most popular video.
Yeah.
700,000 views.
And they attacked his ability to homeschool our children. Yeah. And they said like, great. I mean, I'm just like, hold on. Like, you have to know everything to be able to homeschool your children. I had no idea. Nobody is qualified then to teach anybody.
No, I know it.
But it just happens, and I'm just thankful, like the people in the chat and like the people in our liquidation community, they're all so supportive because it's like, for every one person that's like that, we've got 50 people who are loving us and have our backs. And that's always nice. It is always nice. Hi, Dean. Merry Christmas.
We are 17 minutes
behind. I'm going. Riley says that he loves both of our channels and misses us and wants to say almost every video I do because you get so much insight as far as reselling and things from both of us. Yeah, but you're awesome too. You're a place of knowledge and information too. So you're in it with us. Like, so thank you for sharing your information as well. Brandon is completely fresh, saving for a truckload or a good amount to sell FBA. Don't know how much. I don't know which would be better. Still deciding. Yeah, that's a process.
Christmas truckloads, pallets at the beginning of the year, unless you can see them before you buy, can be very tricky because you could be getting lots of Christmas stuff. You could be getting lots of 2019 calendars and 2019 planners.
Yeah.
So just be cautious when buying pallets at the beginning of the year that a lot of stuff could be in there. So make sure you can actually see it. I remember a truckload that we bought in January 2018. We probably had 3 pallets, maybe even 4 pallets of the 24 pallets that we bought. That was old 2009. I guess it would have been 2017 merchandise. And then we got lots of Christmas stuff. We had lots of Halloween stuff. So just tidbit, just to be cautious. You may want to pick out some pallets that you can see physically.
Hold up. Okay, so Brandon's on Facebook. I want to share this because this is really cool. Ended up buying a pallet of Walmart returns over the weekend. Ended up with a gold mine. Had 10 tablets, drones, a couple of $150 tool sets, $200 humidifier, brand new KitchenAid mixer. Oh my gosh, those sell for so much.
And that's the thing about
and a $500 iPhone. Oh my gosh, I'm so jealous.
I mean, but it just there's. With Walmart, there's no real science to how they pack the boxes.
Man, that's a gold mine, though.
That it's just, you can get that, and for the right price.
I'm happy for you.
I think London Liquidators they're in far east Tennessee. Lindsay Carmichael, she's one of the owners there. They do Walmart pallets, and they've had a lot of people doing really well with the Walmart pallets. But it could be the time of the year, like people buy stuff, and like the PS5s, I think like maybe people buy it for their Christmas, and then they maybe they lose their job, or they realize like I splurge bought this and I can't afford it, so they take it back. Well, that goes into the return stuff. So like I don't know if you should expect to see those types of items all the time, because a lot of people bought for Christmas and then they lost their jobs, or maybe they were quarantined for 2 weeks, and then they couldn't work and they lost all that money because businesses aren't paying people when they're out of work unless you've got vacation time. So there's so much that goes into it that you just never know.
Yep. Let's see. Rosemary, how is it in Jamaica? Merry Christmas. Got my package and it was right on time. Is everyone's box or pallet bad? What is that question? I need some validation on that question.
Yes.
I'm not quite sure. Are you asking? I'm not sure what you're asking. Could you elaborate so I could answer your question better?
She had talked about buying a box from somewhere, and she was wanting to get it to Jamaica. I don't know if I assume that maybe you got the box and you got it shipped to you. I know we're 20 minutes behind on the chat, so if you can explain, and hopefully we'll get to it before 20 more minutes. So we'll see.
Tommy likes to watch everyone's early videos. I guess I'm like the odd one out. I might have to go back and watch all y'all's early videos just to see what happens. Let's see.
YouTube has actually been showing me suggesting a lot of your early videos, TJ. I think it was one from like the Justin Timberlake Super Bowl video that you played on Pallet Jacking. You suggested that to me yesterday. I think it was last night. I'm like, I don't want to watch this. I like Pallet Jacking, but I don't watch Justin Timberlake.
And I watched on the channel, like the last time I was on there, I was like, oh, let me see if there's any new ones. All of my suggested videos were like old videos of yours, of hairy tornadoes, like just all of these, like, and then there was like even like an old streamed live, and I'm like, where's everybody's new? I actually had to go. I don't understand why that is, but
it's YouTube so random. Like,
well, that's what got us talking about the older videos, and I was talking about me stalking people because we got a bunch of comments on some old videos, and it was like, y'all have grown a lot since then. The warmth and how we are still there. But then I went back and looked at one of those videos. Boy, they suck. I mean, it was bad.
No, we did a whole bunch of like when we had the warehouse, like my dreads were not like even locked up. So like I had like hair like crazy. I'm like there are some people that were like, I'm like, how can you look at me now and then look at the person that was there 2 years ago and think that it was like the same time frame? Because my hair was like not.
I mean, it's because I'm wearing the same black hat and the same.
That's what it is.
Same red shirt. I mean, because I look the same.
Same go.
But I wear the same clothes now that I did then because I don't like to buy new clothes. So, but YouTube is so weird. Like,
it is.
It's like we were doing videos like every single day, and we were getting less and less views. And we don't do it for the views, I mean, granted, as a business, like you invest the time, like you hope to be able to get. I mean, when your channel's growing, you hope to be able to get some type of financial return, especially for us and for people who have, a reselling business that you put time into making videos. But like, well, if I didn't make the video, I could be listing stuff.
It's like
right.
The number one priority is to share knowledge and share expertise. But there are, to make us able to put food on our table, to spend the time to do that, a second priority has to be to treat YouTube like a business. And that requires looking at analytics. How many views are you getting? How much ad revenue are you getting? So on and so forth. And I know a lot of people don't really like that, but that's just the truth of it. If I'm going to take time away from listing and growing my actual reselling business, I still have to be able to put food on the table.
Yep.
So figuring out how to maximize that is just part of business.
It's like for me, like I have assigned myself an hourly wage of $50 an hour. Like, and for me, it's like at $50 an hour, if I spend 2 hours making this video, then I hope to be able to have $100 in income, in the first month or two of it.
Mm-hmm.
And if not, I'm like, all right, well, I need to be listing more stuff. And that's why the last couple of weeks, I said all that to say, the last couple of weeks, we haven't been doing as many videos and our views are going up, but also our sales have been going up because we've been getting like, instead of, 150 to 200 items listed in a week, we've been getting like 250 to 325 items listed in a week. And I'm like, so I saw that. And then to say like that the most watched video that we have, like it was down to probably getting around 1,000 views a day, but we started making less videos. and now it's back up to like 3,000 views a day. It's just so weird how YouTube like starts to suggest your videos to people. Like it's really confusing.
Yep.
I mean, it isn't, but it is at the same time. You're like, why? Like, why?
Kathleen is waiting on something that they picked from one of our Amazon pallets. Very awesome. I saw this meme of like this package that was like rolling down a
I saw that one too.
It was just rolling
on the community page.
And I was like, that could be one of our packages. Like, I don't know. Hey, Real Deals with Zoe and Lex, it's going good. How's it going with you guys?
I think y'all are doing YouTube.
I
think was it y'all that made the King Kong
was it
website? I think the name sounds familiar. Somebody posted in your group, TJ, that they had made the front page of King Kong, like one of their videos made. Like,
yeah, but their thumbnail was so much cuter than ours because it was that cute little girl on.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that's Zoe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, so cute.
Well, it's funny because that's happened twice to her already before, except the first time it was a company. She just so happened to see it somewhere, and it was just like her daughter just there on a video. She's like, why are y'all using my daughter's? It was a different situation than being on King Kong Deals video.
Okay.
It was like an actual company showing a product. It was the manufacturer of that product had stole that portion of the video.
They definitely should have asked.
Yeah.
Like, wow. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, no, it was just funny that it happened to her twice. The second time she didn't care about it. She actually messaged me whenever it happened. I told her, I said, well, I'll reach out to him and tell him, hey, y'all could have got permission for me to do this produst promotion because that's what they were doing.
Probably good business practice.
That's the right thing.
Tigran, any new unboxing videos? We do got some coming out.
We have a lot filmed. I have no idea when they're coming out.
We do have some. We outsource our unboxing editing with Kate from Epic Kate, and then also Martin
Thrift Store Gold.
Martin and Christina.
I guess they're not.
Well, they're not Thrift Store Gold anymore.
They're Martin and K and
M.
Yeah, they're reselling.
I love them.
I don't know how much they resell now, but they used to do a lot of reselling videos.
Yeah.
I always liked his cinematography. Also, he took a lot of time into editing his videos and putting them together. But then the pandemic happened, and they couldn't go out and source because they live in New York, and
everything got shut down. So like they had to shift their entire life. Yeah,
which a lot of people have because of the current situations of the world.
TJ, Jessica says that your mic makes you sound like a podcast, and I have to agree.
It does.
You have a great podcast voice.
Well, that was the goal of me buying all this podcast equipment, and it turned into like doing live streams. So I got April one. Somebody was talking about because I got her this one, and this one's El Cheapo. It's like $25.
Yeah.
But I did order a new one of these.
I'm just saying, if you ever decide to go the podcast route,
we kept ours from our King Kong box.
Hey,
it's not hot.
I've got that microphone, that same exact microphone. That company toner reached out to me on my TJ Love Lady channel, and they sent me that microphone to do a review on it.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I had to send it to you because I did this.
It works great.
I like it. It works perfect.
Yeah, we kept it because when we did the unboxing video, I did price comps on it. And it was only like $20 that I found. But then when we got another one, I'm like, well, we don't need two, so I'll have it listed. But then when our virtual assistant, Wally, he did price comps, he actually found a lot. They were selling for a lot more, like $45. So that's what we priced it at. We ended up selling it for, I think, $38. I sent out an offer, or somebody sent me an offer. So I'm like, dang it, I should have sold this one too for $38. Kept it cheapo.
So what's the threshold for keepsies? I asked this on one of my videos.
I think it depends on what it is.
Yeah,
because we'll keep $500 items, and then there's somebody like, oh, it's $20. Like, no, we got to sell that. Like, it's not worth keeping it for that. Like, we got to sell it.
I have a method, which is if I like something and I really want it, I put it on a shelf in the garage, and if in the next week or so I go in and I grab it because I really, really wanted it, then I do. But if it stays on that shelf and I don't come back for it, then I go ahead and just sell it.
I got you.
It helps me decide whether or not I really want to.
I keep everything. I keep all kind of. I'm like a hoarder.
I'm like if I nature, so it's like if it doesn't have a place, and I can't make a place for it, then either something has to go or that I can't keep that. Like I have to, like nothing comes in unless I know exactly where. No, TJ, are you there?
I'm here.
We're moving though.
TJ.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I heard you.
All right, you're moving now.
Yay, there you are. Let's see. Harold says that locally he does amazing on Target decor items.
We did too.
He knows his demographic. It's slowed down for us.
We haven't sold. I think we've sold 3 items on Facebook in the last month and a half, and that's a big reason why we haven't been buying any pallets, because we used to sell 2 pallets worth of stuff a week on Facebook Marketplace. But the holidays, people are not shopping on Facebook Marketplace. They're going online or going to the store. And so I'm hoping, come February that changes, because we'd like to be able to buy some more pallets, because we were doing, I don't know, $1,000 to $2,000 a week in Facebook Marketplace sales. And I miss that income. Like that's a big chunk of income to be missing.
Let's see here. Let's see. I'm trying to catch up. So I might have to go through here. Riley's starting to become YouTube famous. Woo! Jessica thinks that upscale shoes and clothes will do well, so people can go out and start looking good. It's possible. It's definitely possible.
Yeah, we bought a box. It should be coming. The unboxing should be coming out soon from Wholesale Universe, designer clothes. And we were hoping that it would be different than what it was, but it was only 1 box. So I don't know. I just maybe spoiled it. People may not even watch the unboxing now. There's only 69 people watching, so I'm sure that other people on YouTube didn't get the memo and will probably watch the unboxing video to figure it out.
This is a good question here. Dean says, do you let people come to your house to buy? They do, but they're uncomfortable thinking about it. If you're uncomfortable with it, you definitely shouldn't. I know that, like we've mentioned before, I think you came in a little bit later, that Richard from Thrifting By, he does a lot of security stuff, and he highly recommends that you do not meet people at your house. We do not meet people. What we normally do is there are some very public shopping center areas in our area. And very, very public, very, very well lit.
I think we've got a video about that.
Yeah. I think TJ does too. Don't you have a video about Marketplace?
People in public.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a very scary thing, especially around Christmas time. There's these crazy people out there. I was talking about on the live stream earlier that my best friend actually showed a video, and I'm gonna share it to our group, because I think people need to be aware of somebody like walking up to her door trying to open it, like just in the middle of the night. She was open, she was there, she saw it happening, and people, you invite them over to your house to pick up items, and they come back that night to try to do whatever.
And then you also think if people are buying from you, giving you cash, that you must keep cash in the house.
Right. Yep.
So, and that's one thing that Richard taught me. He said, don't meet people in public, and don't make people think that you keep cash in the house, which we don't. We deposit our cash quickly.
Right.
And so, because we don't want to have that in the house. But having it is a very scary thing when people are really desperate and they know that you've got product and they know that they think that you've got money. Like, if they're desperate enough, they're gonna try and do something. And I almost mentioned it in your live stream, though. Your friend who had somebody come in and try to jiggle the door.
Yep.
When I was a single mom, that happened to me in an apartment complex that I lived in, and it was terrifying. I called my dad and he was close by, but I called my dad to come and check, because it was dark, and I was like, I'm not going out there, and I'm not going out there. And I probably should have called the police. But I was just really scared and really nervous and, all of that. But I did call my dad, and he walked around. I don't know who it was or what it was, but I did see some like teenage boys walking around out there when I looked out my balcony window. But I was terrified. I actually bought some Hornet.
Is that an apartment complex?
Yeah, the one in yeah.
I mean, and that happens with apartment complexes and stuff. People go to the wrong building, but it's also some people, like, it's Christmas time. They know that you probably have gifts, you know, and like they're just waiting, hoping that maybe the door's unlocked. They can run in real quick, grab a couple presents, and be gone. And but we don't meet people at our house. We never have. We don't do garage sales at our house. We always meet in a very public location. And if it's nighttime, I will meet somebody, but it has to be at a gas station underneath the lights where I know that there are lots of people at. Like I won't do it. I won't let her do it. So like I just, you know, and especially if they know that you resell, then they know that, oh, they probably have other items that are there that I could steal. So I just think it's
I don't want people to know where my kids live.
No.
No.
And, you know, so we don't do it.
Lewis wants to ask, can you buy 888 without a reseller certificate? 888 lots.
No,
you have to have a reseller certificate for that.
Because they don't want to have to mess around with collecting sales tax and then having to resubmit it to the state that you live in. It's a big hassle. So a big hassle. I know for you, like you said, it's monthly. We got in trouble because ours used to be monthly, but then Arkansas changed it to yearly, and then I forgot. So like I had to resubmit a bunch of paperwork to show them that I didn't have any sales in these months. So quit trying to, because they will, if you don't
give you a number.
They will assign you a number based off of what you think, off of what sales they think that you had. And like they're trying to get us to pay like $5,000. I never even told you that because I didn't want to stress you out that time. But they're like, you owe $5,000 in sales tax. I'm like, no, we didn't even sell that much in Arkansas. So
I'm so glad you probably should have told me. But I probably would have had a panic.
That's exactly why I didn't tell you.
Ours is $5,000 every single month. If you don't put anything down, they automatically put down that you owe $5,000. So think about if you go 3 months without, you forget to do it 3 months, $15,000.
Oh God! Oh no!
So like, I'm glad I just reminded myself because it's December. It's like in January I'll have to report my income, or not my income, but my sales for this past year for Arkansas, because it's yearly now. I bet they do. I'm not gonna say they did it on purpose.
They did,
hoping somebody would forget. It's the government. You know, that's a whole topic for a different YouTube channel.
We had somebody ask who our guest speaker is. So for those of you who are just joining us and do not know who our guest speaker is, this is, as Steven says, the TJ Lovelady.
Yes.
And Marie, right underneath that comment, has posted a link to his channel. He and April are amazing YouTube goals resellers. They give lots of great information. They do unboxings. And they're a really great group of people just to be able to learn from. I've learned a lot from them. And hopefully sometime after Christmas, we can get some collaborations going. And he can teach us his ways.
I'm ready. I'll do it.
So make sure if you have not subscribed to his channel that you do it. You will not regret it. I promise. It's really good.
I appreciate that.
Hey man, I'm just telling the truth. Let's see. Brandon says, I agree, Joe, with all the Walmart pallets. I base it on what I can see. I only buy Longmont as long as I know that I can at least make a couple hundred beyond the purchase price. I definitely try not to buy them online. I go to the warehouse with a bright flashlight and a lot of positive energy. I like it.
Great tips, Brandon.
That's really good. So that, yes, for everyone, they need to read that. I probably should have read it a little bit slower so that everybody would have gotten that, but that was good. That was so good. Let's see. Oh, look at all these people saying their old videos suck. Sunshine went back and watched their old videos. Destiny did.
And that's awesome though. That shows growth.
Yeah, it does.
Like everybody should go back and watch their old videos to see how far that they've come. And if you haven't come far, come fart. Hey, it's bound to happen at least once per video. If you haven't, it's okay. Like, no shame. Like, just, you know, I think that start speaking in tongues. That is what keeps a lot of people from doing YouTube, is the fear of not being good enough.
Mhm.
But that's the beauty of YouTube, is you starting, it's the journey. Like, you can document your journey of how far that you've come, and then you can actually celebrate the growth, and you have actual video evidence of how far you've improved in whatever. I mean, if a lot of people, they don't edit videos, so they only do live videos, but you're still going to see the improvement in the engagement and the confidence that you have in front of the camera. So I think it's a great thing. So don't be, if people out there who are afraid to start YouTube,
Just start.
just start, you know. And it's, I'm not saying this to but like the 10 people that watch you starting out, like, it's okay. Like, it's just 10 people. Like, they're going to forgive you. It's part of the process. Like, now, man, it's like you grow, you don't have as much room for error, because you do one bad video and you say one wrong thing. They're like, you know, it's like some live videos. I realize when I talk too much or get too passionate about other subjects, we'll have like 15 or 20 people unsubscribe during the live video. And I'm like, you know,
I'm sorry, we're working.
And it
on
happens. Like, there's some live videos, like, we'll have 20 people unsubscribe to us during the live video. And I'm like, well, I guess they didn't like the real me. But I'd rather have the people who like me watching me than the people who just want to see what's in the box.
And the people who love you will find you.
Yeah.
The people who love you will find you. You don't want the negative energy around. So if they make the decision to leave your channel, it's not really about subscribers, unless it's the quality of subscribers.
Yeah.
And so, you know, if people decide to unsubscribe, then that's okay. They weren't for you. But for every one person that's not for you, there's going to be 10 people who are for you. And the way to attract those people is consistent posting and always trying to do 1% better than the last video that you did. So if you're doing something and you look at it and you say, man, this was not really good, then focus on that for the next video. And slowly and steadily, you'll start getting better. And as you keep because YouTube, you know, for those of you who are trying to do YouTube rewards consistency. So, you know, the growth comes from being consistent and maintaining good quality content. So if you're working on getting better every time, and then you're working on keeping a consistent posting schedule, then, you know, you're golden. You got it.
Yep.
And I'm rooting for you. And I'll watch your videos and I'll like them and I'll subscribe. We got you.
I think we'll probably put we have a Facebook group. It's not really a reselling group. Like, there's a lot of other great reselling Facebook groups. Ours is more of a community page where like-minded people can come and, you know, chit chat, which, even though it's not that, like, it's usually just us posting, but I probably will. I will start a post in there that if you do, man, I'm having problems with words.
You can do this.
If you do have a YouTube channel, then I want people to share it there, because I would like to say, I would like to watch other people's channels.
Yeah, I would too. Let's see. Prison of Profits on here.
What's going on? It's your boy.
That's become an inside joke. We love TJ's intro and Prison of Profits intro. Yes. And I wish I could just, you know, enter rooms and have like a really great slogan like that. We don't even have one. Y'all need to help us come up with one. We need a good slogan. Like,
if a theme song was to play when we walked into a room,
what would it be?
Yeah.
What's up, Lone Star Picker? Good to see you. Who's moderating? We've got a few moderators on here and they're all amazing. Usually it's TJ. TJ is like the moderator king.
I'm a sniper.
Oh, you
comment
so
sniper.
It's usually about this time where YouTube will start showing the stream to non-community members and the interesting people. Joey Bada Bing 22. I've never seen Joey Bada Bing here before. I know you are a YouTuber also.
Yeah.
Never seen you here before, so that's awesome.
Good to see you. Welcome. Yeah. Welcome. I need to oh, is Marie doing the moderator sniping today? She's taking your place, TJ, since you're on the live, I guess. Thank you, Marie.
Was there some inappropriate comments?
I'm assuming so, because we don't see them when the moderators get them so fast. So that's awesome. Let's see.
Somebody asked somewhere about a reseller's license. You do not have to have a reseller's license. But in my opinion, I say, I always compare it to relationships. Once you've flirted around with the idea of reselling and you're like, I want to do this, go ahead and make it official. Play by the rules, make it
Put
legit.
a ring on it.
Put a ring on it by getting a reseller's license. You've got to go to the courthouse to get a marriage license, so you may as well get you a DBA. Go to the county, the clerk's office, the courthouse, wherever it is. Get you a DBA so that you can go ahead and get your reseller's license. Make it official. Play by the rules, because it's the government. Like the government, depending on where your city ordinances are or your state ordinances are, you could actually get in big trouble for doing business out of your home but not be registered. So it's up to you. Just play by the rules. And I'm a rule bender. I like to stretch the rules.
I am not.
But at the same time, like this, I'm like saying, this is a black and white issue for me. It's not really. I like to dibble dabble in the gray area. So for me, I'm
do you have any input on that?
I think my biggest thing is I want to stay within the lines, because I get nervous when I'm veer outside the lines. So whenever we started, that was the first thing I told April. I said, okay, this is our plan. This is what we need to do. We got to get all this established. And, we got an LLC. We got all kind of stuff at the beginning. We probably didn't need. It was probably overkill. But I think I will say this. So there's a lot of people that sell on Facebook Marketplace. And Facebook Marketplace and the government did not mesh well. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if Facebook Marketplace ever got in trouble for people selling on their platform and not adhering to the state guidelines, then Facebook Marketplace is gonna lay you all out to dry. I can tell you that right now. So that's why I always tell people, just caution yourself when you're selling online, because those are documents that are going to be kept and could be.
They archive everything.
Yes.
The state's it's the Interstate Commerce Commission from each state is what's going to come after people and collecting taxes.
So,
they're going to throw you under the bus.
Facebook Marketplace was intended to be more like a garage sale site, right? So if you're going through your closet and you're trying to clear out some stuff, you don't need to get a reseller certificate for that. Like, you're just trying to clear out your closet. That was what Facebook was intended for. But then small businesses started trying to put their products on Facebook Marketplace, because why wouldn't you? You're already on Facebook scrolling.
The most captive audience in the world.
Yeah, why not put some stuff on here and so you can scroll through and get your stuff, So people wanted to capitalize on that. So now things have changed, and now they put shipping on here. It's only really a matter of time.
I mean, they have to. Like, they're going to be getting their 5%. Like, as a business, the only way that Facebook is going to be able to be more attractive to their stockholders is to make more money, and adding a 5% commission for items that ship. Like, that's a great way to increase your revenue without having to increase your ad revenue, which is what Facebook is going to have to do. I see YouTube doing the same thing at some point in time with figuring out how they can monetize all of these auctions that are going on their website. Like, it's going to happen at some point in time, because YouTube's going to be like, we're losing money by not taking part of these sellers fees, or whatever you want to call it. Like, it's only a matter of time.
Yep. I want to share this story with everyone, because Sunshine, it's like, you should just have a YouTube channel of all of the experiences. You have such a rich and full and exciting life. Because she said she had her elderly neighbor from 2 doors down wander in once, but he has dementia. He came in, looked at me and said, "You're not my wife, but I like a big bottom, so get up." And then she said, I walked him back down the hall. Oh my gosh. So she's also a teacher. Yeah. So she has all these stories of she shares stories of her kids smelling each other's feet to test for COVID. I'm just I was these are the kind of stories that I need to hear more often, because they just make me laugh.
At least on TikTok or something.
Yeah, you got to do something with those, because it's gold.
What does COVID feet smell like? I need to know.
Well, you can't smell or taste anything. So if your feet stink, they're smelling each other's feet, because if they can smell it, they're good. If they can't smell it, that's when they got to worry.
I got you.
I can't even. Let's see. let's see. Brandon says, this is in caps, so I feel like we have to. In Montana, they don't give a reseller's permit since we don't have sales tax. They just have a form we fill out and send in. Do you think that will work for most companies?
I know it works with 888 lots. I know Troy from Mountain Man's Treasures. He's also in Montana. He went through the same boat. I know he spoke with 888 lots. They accepted that form, whatever it is that you have to fill out. They allowed it to happen. I imagine if they did it, they're like 888 lots is humongous company. Like they have a sister company in the UK and then also in Europe. Like their truckloads, like they're like $100,000 truckloads. It's crazy. Like it's a big company. So I imagine that other companies will also do the same. I know most companies, there's usually I forget what the form is called, but you fill it out depending upon your state. So I imagine that it would work.
Hey, Brian Engel found your Liquidation Pallets 101 parts 1 and 2 and have been watching. So that's awesome. Good feedback, it looks like.
Yeah.
Jessica wants to know, TJ, what's your why?
You talking about like why I do what I do?
Yeah.
So I've never really shared too much of me and April's like story in terms of how we got to doing resale and stuff like that. But I think the biggest part of me and April is that we have really big hearts and we like helping people. So whenever we created this channel, we started off we was just doing unboxing videos and stuff like that. But me and April talked to me, said, well, you know, there's a lot of people that don't realize the intricacies of starting a business and stuff like that. And I said, I want to document us starting our business and us actually failing and us succeeding and stuff like that. So whenever we do make videos, we try to put those experiences and stuff in there, just so people can learn from our mistakes and our failures and stuff like that. And also I want to give people, you know, our authentic, this is our self. We laugh, we talk, you know, we have a good time. And that's us. That's the quintessential April and TJ that we've always been. So that's what I try to do with my videos. Now, I'm creative. I'm a creative person, so it's kind of like a creative outlet too, you know. So I'm kind of getting a win-win, you know, kind of in that area. But I like helping people. I like giving people knowledge. Sometimes I'm too helpful because I extend myself. I had somebody.
That's part of it, though. Yeah, you gotta.
Somebody sent me a message
finding out what works, throwing out what doesn't.
Yeah, they wanted me to. They said they wanted me to. They was gonna send me something to fix for like so they can resell. I'm like, I'll do it. I don't have a lot of time, but I just like helping people and stuff like that. And I'm like, whatever, just send it to me.
You know what really drew me to y'all's channel was that you can tell, like not like outright, but like you can just tell there's this underlying layer of how much you guys care for each other and how close you are. And it's like, you know, it's not like something that I thought like consciously, but like when you guys are together and you're just unboxing, you guys are just talking about stuff and how much you can sell for and how cool something is. It's just the way that you guys are. I'm like, you guys have been through some stuff together. And you have this relationship now. And so one of my favorite parts about the video is seeing you guys together. I mean, I love the cinematography. I love the creativeness. Like, I just love learning those kinds of things. I love all the information that you give. But my favorite thing is the way that you guys interact with each other, because you can tell there's a story there. You don't have to tell the story, but you can tell the outcome of that story is that you guys have a really great relationship.
Yeah.
And so that's one of my favorite things.
That's what we try to, I guess, emote when we get on the screen is, you know, this is us, this is how we are, you know, kind of take it as you will, because this is us. And just hopefully it puts a smile on at least one person's face, you know, or they can get, you know, they can pull out one little small nugget out of what we say, or maybe they can avoid something, you know, and save themselves money, you know, down the line. So,
well, if that's your goal, you are definitely achieving it. Like, you are doing a great job. I like it. Okay, so Harold says that our theme song should be "We Will Rock You" with us walking in slow motion. We should get some aviator sunglasses and like walk into the garage singing "We Will Rock You" in like slow motion. No, Joe says no.
Sorry, Harold.
No guy talking his like German voice.
And I would do it. I know you would do it, TJ.
Oh, I forgot that I was supposed to do this watching action this evening. That you guys wanted me to, you know, drink some vodka and go ahead and party out with you guys.
Let's see. Oh, this is funny. Jessica, you are amazing. But Joe, thank you for taking the time to give us the details. Even when you wake up early and can hardly say anything from morning sleep and start recording. You the man.
That happens. Sometimes I just hit that record button. I'm like, I don't even know where am I going to, like, how am I going to start this? Because I go through that dilemma. I'm like, I can't start it like the last 5 videos. And I'm like, because then I just feel so repetitive. And I'm like, this sucks. And then I'm like, I can't do that. I definitely put way more pressure on myself than other people. But, you know.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing at Jessica because she's asking TJ, wasn't one of you in April's first videos where she kept walking in from the camera and she kind of stayed so quiet and looked like she didn't know why y'all were doing this?
April was completely, I can tell you, she was 100% over like the filming thing from the beginning. She was like, TJ, I ain't getting on no camera and making no video. I said, but you got to. You got to. This is a lot better
then. He's really improved.
Yeah. Well, she learned how to do stuff, and my niece, April's daughter, she always sometimes like camera person, and so she'll say, "Mom, you're not in the frame."
Get in the frame, Mom.
Maybe she's trying to stay out of the frame on purpose.
Yeah, she always over here on the side.
Oh, Andy has a good question here. Someone sent a message on eBay asking for the serial number off AirPods that they have. Do they give it to them?
I think they're just trying to prove authenticity. I don't know if serial numbers can be cloned and they can assign that. Like with cell phones, there's an IMEI number that you can actually steal a number, an IMEI number from a phone that's listed on eBay. And then there's programs that you can get that you can then change the IMEI number to this phone. So like I could steal that, but I don't know about serial numbers with AirPods. I believe they're just trying to prove authenticity with the AirPods. But I mean,
every time we sell AirPods, they ask for the serial number off of them. Every time we've sold like maybe 4 pair, they've always asked for the. I think that's one of the things that if you have the fake AirPods or the ones that look like AirPods, they won't have a serial number. So I think
okay. That's what they're asking. And you've never had any issue sharing the serial number?
Nope.
No. Okay. Well, there you go.
Take a picture of it and I'll send it to them like this is a picture of the serial number,
Oh, okay. Okay, good to know. Picked and Packed wants to know if anyone's tried WeBargain yet. We have not.
I've heard the name come up several times. There was somebody who on one of our videos commented that they got one of the unboxing videos. They got us confused with somebody else.
I remember that.
And was saying that, I don't know, their heart wasn't to accuse us of anything, but they got us confused with somebody they saw on TikTok watching a WeBargain unboxing, thought it was one of our unboxing videos. So I think they're based out of California. This person didn't speak very highly of them. I think I've seen in your group, TJ, about WeBargain that they didn't do very well. They didn't like them. So from my understanding that WeBargain is not WeBargain, it's like, but
well, Riley here says that they ordered 2 weeks ago and it hasn't shipped, just giving the tracking and then not replying. So far, no, not good, but I don't think he's even gotten the box yet because it sounds like it's still taking forever for him to get it. Yeah. So, hey, look, we caught up in the chat, guys.
Did we? Oh, we did, didn't we?
I've never seen the end.
That's awesome.
If we miss somebody's comment, just let us know.
Yeah.
And
we're getting towards the end here. It's 8:18. Most of us start getting tired around 8:30. TJ's been online on live streams for probably like
3 hours.
3 hours now, so I'm sure he's probably tired.
And hungry. I didn't eat my dinner. I normally get DoorDash right before the live stream.
We haven't eaten dinner either because we just got in from the road. And
put that order in real quick.
See,
my bad. Sorry, TJ.
You're getting close. If you DoorDash, you got 8:30. That's the cutoff.
I'm trying. I'm hurrying.
I think we have a couple other. We had DoorDash. Do we have DoorDash here?
Yeah, DoorDash and Bite Squad, and then Omni Delivery.
Yeah, so we got like a local place and DoorDash and some other place. What's going on, Elizabeth? Beth, how are you doing from Washington? She's always busy helping out at the food bank and stuff. It's amazing what the work that she does there. So like, I commend you. You've been doing it for a while, so we appreciate it. It's awesome.
Yep. Let's see. Here we are. Oh, you're right, Harold. I haven't made a hair mustache yet. Hold on.
Harold can usually peg when you get tired.
Harold is really good at knowing. Like at some point, like I'll hit a wall at some point, and he's like, "There it goes. There she goes.
Yeah,
it's time for your first goodbye." He keeps me accountable.
Yes.
I really, really want to do like a reseller meetup, TJ. Maybe you can help us organize it when like COVID is over and all that. And Harold, like he does such great cooking. We could always like team up and do just fun stuff.
We would have to be someplace at like a resort or something.
I don't know. It'd be fun though. Whatever.
People are going to be cooking, you know.
That's right. I'm ready for the resort. Let's do
it.
We can invade the Rocky Mountain, not the Rocky Mountain, the Smoky Mountains.
That's right. Yeah.
Hey, TJ's like, that's close to me. I'm good with that.
To me, I do it. I can get us a 9-bedroom chateau.
There you go. Let's see. Flippin' Lizards was here with you earlier. He's saying, hey.
Oh, this Lee, she's so funny.
Let's see. Here we go. Riley's still talking about We Bargain here. They seemed good when they ordered, but they hadn't shipped the boxes and they just made the labels, but UPS doesn't even have them in the system yet. Let's see. Hello from Canada.
We got so many people that watch us from Canada. And I mean, it's 8 o'clock. We usually, there's some people from the UK, and it's crazy. Like the what YouTube does and gives opportunity to, like, I guess, spreading. If you have a message, I don't know what I'm trying. I know what I'm trying to say, but I don't have words.
It gives you a platform.
Yes, to so many people around the world, it's crazy. And I feel like the people in the UK, like I feel like I have that dry humor that you think about when you watch like British movies. I don't know. I feel like that. Is that true?
I love British humor.
Yeah.
I actually watch, my favorite thing is like the MasterChef Canada. I've been watching a lot of that right now.
What are you doing?
I don't know. I have no idea. But everybody seems to be on board with the food thing. Like Riley says, meet in the middle, and he'll come. Jessica Shields is like, someone say food. Lance is going to bring his smoker. Look, we got this. We have got this.
And Lance is in Ohio, not Pennsylvania, Ohio. Yes, Ohio.
Would y'all love me if I had eyebrows like this?
So I don't know. It's like where we like. I think California is our most watched area of the United States. And I guess that would be in the world. And then it's like Florida, Georgia, Texas, Ohio. We get so many views from there. I don't know if you ever look at that, TJ. Do you ever look at those analytics? I'm sure you probably do at some point in time.
Yeah, we get a lot of Florida, Georgia watchers. More recently, like more northern states, New York, New Jersey.
Okay. This is what, our second goodbye? Southern, we got the Southern goodbyes here.
Yep.
So I think I'm just going to wear my hair like this.
Luis asks, is anybody having electronics boxes in stock right now? I know Market Street Mystery Boxes has some in stock. I think they're $2.99. You can use our 10% off coupon. I don't know what the coupon is, so you can get it for like $2.70. I think we've got 5 boxes from them. We've only had one box that was like, but the rest of them, we've doubled to triple our money. King Kong doesn't have any boxes. Bargain Hour doesn't have any boxes. Catch and Deals, they put out a few boxes here and there.
Anybody else? I'm trying to think.
I don't know. I think everything Liquidation, they're still closed. The owner had some health issues, so they had to close up shop for a little while. I'm not sure exactly when they plan on opening back up. So yeah, I know we were looking at buying some pallets to make some boxes, but
that might take a little bit longer.
It may take a little while. We may look at what we got to see, because it's a lot of the stuff that we got. It's like $200 or $300 items. There's a lot of $100 items,
which we don't mind sharing with everyone, but then it's like, how much are those boxes really going to be? To be able to make profit on it. So we're trying to figure out, like source strategically, trying to figure out how to make it, because there's such a high demand for it. And if we have the ability, we can, but it's a process, it's a process for us to get to that point. But we do plan on experimenting with it, just seeing if anybody wants to do that. And then the way that we would do that is that, because we are resellers and people will be very concerned about the cherry picking, which you should be. That's not like you people, it's like, if you're a good reseller, you're going to be concerned about it. So in order for us to offset that, we would manifest those so that everybody would know what they got.
We at least let people know what they're buying.
Yeah.
We would do a brief cosmetic inspection of the item. Granted, because the more time we spend on it, that's more labor, the more that the boxes are going to end up charging.
So we're trying to figure out how to facilitate that process where we still profit because we're not spending a whole bunch of time, but we're also making it less risky for the starting reseller or whoever wants to buy them.
And then smallerlots.com. I know they don't do mystery boxes, but I think they do electronics lots. Is that correct, TJ? You've bought from them before, right?
Yeah, they don't categorize the lots. It's just they just have a bunch of lots. They'll have like 10 or 12 lots. And then they are manifested though. So you can look on there and see, I've seen some really good lots from smaller lots, not that I've gotten, but that other people have gotten before. Yeah. So
I think come February and March, the market for those should be better. The pallets are so expensive right now.
Yeah.
Like there's some pallets like we were looking at that normally are around $2,700 that they're going for like $3,500 a pallet right now. And really? Because just everybody's wanting them. It's the season. So I think once, things slow down, the holidays are over, not as many people are buying them. When more people are buying, there's more shoppers. It trickles down. Like the higher the demand, the higher the price. The lower the demand, the lower the price. So it'll eventually reset itself. And then you never know. I know Congress and Senate passed the stimulus package, but I don't know if it's actually going to be passed because what I'm seeing now is Trump's wanting $2,000 per person and not so much funding for outside the United States. So who knows, like if every person gets $2,000 in families of like three, like if we did that, that would be $6,000. I guess, no, 10. Holy cow.
That's a lot of money.
That would be $10,000 for us. So, it's like, and if everybody has that, the people that have money, they're just going to reinvest it. And that could cause prices to go up and stuff. There's no telling.
It's just hard to tell. It's just, you got to be prepared, but in what way can you prepare if you just don't know, Yeah. So,
yeah. Let's see. Here in Arkansas, we do have personal property tax.
What about in Tennessee?
I don't think Tennessee.
We do have personal property tax.
Y'all have state income taxes in Tennessee?
No, we don't have state income tax. Do we? No, we don't have state income tax. No.
Yeah. Because I remember it was like when I moved to Tennessee from Arkansas, it was like I made more money and then I didn't have to pay state income taxes. I was like, heck, that's like a double raise.
Yeah, but I bet our taxes. I bet Harold, our taxes are more. Our taxes are 9.5% or like 9.25% or something.
It's like that in Arkansas too.
Harold, if you're going to teach me to cook, I don't even care what you teach me to cook. You said you had made like 3 pans of ziti, and I got really jealous. So, I'd be okay with learning how to make ziti or whatever. Harold knows how to cook. He is a cook. Bye, Dean. See you later. I wish I can like feed people, but I would not call myself a cook.
Grilled cheese sandwiches. That's my favorite. That's what I can cook.
I can actually cook.
What can you cook, TJ?
Grilled cheese sandwiches.
Oh, I can make a pretty good grilled cheese sandwich. Now, Joe worked in restaurants for like 20 years, so he can actually cook. Travis wants to know if we would buy from King Kong again.
For the price at $67.50 after the 10% off, yes, I would buy those boxes all day long.
Yeah.
Like you can't help but make money at $67.50 a box. You just can't help it. Like I even saw where they lowered the prices of their HBA boxes from $150 to $95. but you can't help but make money at $6,750, even if, because we're finding probably around a 25 to 30% defective rate with those boxes. But still, even if you get 15 or 20 working items, you can't help but make money at $6,750 a box.
Mm-hmm. 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 Ready? Okay. How have you been? I haven't seen you on here in a minute. But it's a good question. I'm just wondering if you know of anyone that is disabled and resells, if they were able to become successful enough to get off disability. Trying to think. I know people who are disabled and go into reselling. What?
No, it's just, not everybody. I think that shows a lot about you to show that, because a lot of people who get disability, they get disability to have that money to where they don't have to go and make extra money. So I think you asking that question, it's a great thing. I know that you can do it with reselling, that especially if you source strategically and you buy mystery boxes or boxes that have smaller items. So it's a lot easier to handle. They're not heavy. It's easier to ship. It's easier to list as far as a photographing station. You could, I'm not going to say easily, because I don't know the work restrictions. I don't know how much money you have to invest. I don't know how much time you have to spend, but I would think on those factors, if you have money, you can grow to where you are able to make a good living, just continuing to reinvest in your business at the same time. So I think that you could, you just have to work for it.
Yeah. But it's possible, depending on, your strategy would depend upon what your work restrictions are, and how you would be able to do that. Leslie wants to know if someone can please tell them where they should get their first pallet. So that's a hard question to answer just right off. Most of us, here on YouTube, we don't like to just tell people, hey, go buy this kind of pallet here, because everybody's what TJ and April buy and what we buy are actually different, but it suits our business model. TJ has a store. He's able to move those smaller items a lot easier. And he's able to do that. Whereas with us, we have to be strategic in our buying because we don't have a store, so what he would source and what we would source are different. I do have some blog posts. If you go to www.thefamilyflips.com, how to get started. I honestly don't always recommend that people start with pallets. If you're a reseller already and you're looking into that, that's great. But if not, I tend to tell people to start really small. Start with selling things in your home first. Get those on, pick out which platform you want.
See if you even like doing it.
Yeah, because
some people may hate the process of, taking pictures and shipping items or meeting people if you're selling on Facebook Marketplace.
And so then you can figure out what you do like.
Experiment with your own stuff first.
Yeah.
And then, maybe you get $200. Maybe you can go and you can buy a small box of stuff that has 15 to 20 items in it. And then you just grow from there.
Yeah. And
then determine if you want to buy pallets, because there's just so many different types of pallets.
Right.
And where you live, like if you live in Montana, there's nowhere in Montana you can buy a pallet. You're probably going to have a pallet shipped in from 6 to 7, 8 hours away, and it's not going to be profitable for you to be able to do so. Or you could be in a place like Georgia or Ohio, places that have, or even Indiana, Kentucky, that have tons and tons of places where you can go pick up pallet places,
right?
Pick up pallets from places to where you can see. So,
TJ, do you have anything you want to add?
I'm gonna go off of what you said. So a lot of people come to us and they talk about wanting to get into pallets and get mystery boxes and stuff like that. And that's the first thing I always tell people is start small, because it seems all fun and good while we're on here unboxing stuff, but a lot of times they don't see the grunt work that happens, on the sidelines, and it's a lot of grinding and failing and getting a bad pallet or getting a bad box, and just trying to piece it together to make some profit and stuff like that. So I've heard you say that several times about selling things in your house just to kind of get your feet wet, and I cannot agree more with that. Just start as small as possible. Even if you could have thousands of dollars where you can go and jump in, I just wouldn't recommend that.
Yeah, because if you don't like it, then you're sitting on thousands of dollars in profit, or thousands of dollars of inventory, and you don't even want to sell it, and this is why I developed the strategy that I did for people, is that if you sell things in your home, right, from your home, right, and you're not sourcing anything, it's a low investment. And also, when you do that, you're really mastering the platforms that you want to sell on, right? So if you're selling things in your home, what you're doing right now is because if you start on eBay, you're going to have selling limits, right? So the longer that you're on eBay, you're going to be increasing your selling limit so that when you do get a lot of inventory, you'll be able to list all of that stuff. Yeah. Then you go and you start buying boxes and lots, because you can have that shipped traditionally, be it FedEx or, whatever. And so then you're mastering the flow of how to make the processes easier. How, you're mastering your pictures, mastering your listing templates, mastering all of that stuff. Then once you get all of that done, and now you've also figured out how you're going to store your inventory, and you're also, during all of this time, finding out what sells best and what you enjoy selling and what you don't enjoy selling, then you move to pallets where you can master freight. Right. And because shipping freight and shipping mystery boxes are two completely different monsters. Yeah. And so you want to be able to if you do it that way, then you're taking a step by step and you're not finding yourself extremely overwhelmed and then purchasing. And then on top of that, your first pallet, chances are, for most of us, and I hope that there are enough YouTubers out there and enough people out there giving advice that your first pallet won't be terrible. But for most of us starting out, our first pallet isn't very good. Just because we're still learning, and we don't know how to process, we don't know how to process, like we don't know what we're doing. We don't know that process. And until we do, that's when we start getting better. So that's kind of my thought process between like why I suggest people do it that way.
Yeah. And pallets, the size of the boxes alone, if you buy a pallet that has big boxes, just the storage and the inventorying of that can be overwhelming. It could take over your house before you even know it. And then just everywhere you look, there's so much stuff, and then you don't feel like doing anything. You're overwhelmed. So it's like, just start small, ease into it, figure out your systems along the way. And I promise you'll be thankful that you wish you started slower. And I'm sure other people in the chat could probably adhere, like, if you wished anything, like, would you have started slower if you were somebody that grew very, very fast?
Harold's making me hungry talking about stuffed pears.
We've got food on the way. So this is like the second goodbye. I don't know. We're going on an hour and 36 minutes.
I know this is long, but I just like talking to TJ. Let's see. Okay, let's go ahead and start finishing up and wrapping up. That's here.
That's a good question, though.
Where I missed it. There we are. Okay.
So Kimberly asked, we would like to try HBA, but I'm afraid we wouldn't make much on small items. How do y'all do on the smalls when you have fees and shipping? So we look at reselling much more as like an accountant would. If we can turn our $3 into $5 or $3 into $10, I'm good with that. Because now, before, when we didn't have much money to invest and we needed the sales, like, because when we first started reselling, I resold. I was a full-time reseller before we got married, but we got married. We didn't have very good work habits or communication habits, and we were living from sale to sale. But now it's different. So like, if you have money to invest, and like now, like, we consider reselling an active investment. Like, we're not just buying a stock, but we are actively investing in our own success with what we buy. So if we can buy, like today, when we went sourcing, we went to Market Street Liquidation, and we went through the bins. There was a lot of items that we picked up for $3 that we only make, we will probably only make $6 or $7 with, but we were able to get multiples of that item. And like, for us, like, I'm okay with profiting $6 off of a $3 purchase, because those are the sales that keep the cash flow going. Like, those items, they sell a lot, you sell frequently. So you've got that continual cash flow going. So for us, it's just a matter of perspective. I feel like people who do thrifting or garage selling or estate selling as like a primary sourcing technique, they have a very hard time with turning $3 into $6, because they want to be able to turn $3 into 30 or $3 into 60. But I'm okay with making $6. Granted, like I would love to be able to profit $10, at least $10 out of every item, because then if I get 10 sales a day, then that's $10 in profit. That's $100 in profit a day.
Yeah.
Right. So then that's 30, however much thousand a year. Isn't that, 300, that's $36,000 profit a year.
Yep.
And then you just kind of snowball it. It's a matter of perspective. It's a matter of how you look at it in whether you have money to invest or not. The more money you have to invest, the easier it becomes for you. And that's why early on in reselling, as you're building your business, is that you're going to have to reinvest a lot more into the business than you will like now. Like we could take $1,000 out of our reselling business and we're okay. 2 years ago, like if we were to take $1,000 out of our reselling business, like to buy Christmas presents, where like we would have, a rough go to a couple months trying to source back into that. So it's just a different way. TJ, you want to add anything?
Yeah, we get a lot of questions about when we do our mystery boxes and we tell how much we're going to profit on stuff. And then we also go to the bins. And when I'm looking at stuff, I'm looking at the profitability of that one specific item. And so when we look at mystery boxes, we generally look at the amount of items that we have that are sellable and then how much we pay for each item. So if you break it down and you say, let's just say $5 you have in each item, even if it's $100 item, I'm not mad at accepting the offer for $50 on that. Because if you look at per item, if you profit at least $10 on each item, that's doubling your money. And it seems like a small amount of money, but it's double, it's doubling your money. And I think if you double your money, you're doing pretty good, in this business. There's going to be some items where you're going to make a lot more money than that. But, if you look at the per item cost, then that's where you're gonna make your money. So what you said about the bins is really good, because when I go to the bin store and I see stuff, I bought these old stupid dog boots and they look stupid, and we paid $5 for each one of them, but we sell at least 4 to 5 of those every week. I grabbed as many as I could get out of the bin store, and every time we sell one, we make $8 profit. We make $8 in our pocket for that. So just the sellable. The sell-through rate on those is really high. So a lot of people look at those and say, oh, that's just, you're only going to make, $8 on that. Yeah. But if you get 10 of those, it's, $80, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's a really good perspective. And it's a lot more manageable to be able to do it that way than to like per item.
Right.
Yep.
TJ, I don't know if you have any input on this. Shelby says she's having trouble keeping her inventory organized. Do you have any idea, like an Excel sheet or anything? I keep most of my inventory she keeps most of her inventory in her attic, living above another business.
So I have, I made like a Excel spreadsheet, and I have it on if you follow my channel, you'll see it on there. But what I do is I take all of my items. So if you get pallets, or if you get any kind of manifested lots, you can actually just take your manifest and put it in there, and it actually calculates the profits that you have on there. But what I do is every load that we get, we upload that load to a separate Excel spreadsheet. And if you do it while you're listing your items or while you're going through your items, it's going to be a lot easier than saying, okay, I'll do that later. Go ahead and do it when you first get your load or your lot, and you're going to physically touch each one of those items. So go ahead and do it right then while you're unloading that. But I have a Excel spreadsheet. If you want to go check it out, it'll say inventory tool, and I think I've got 2 or 3 videos about how to use it and stuff like that. If you want to check that out, and I do just have a link to it. It's like a Google Doc, I believe. Just so you can, it's just a template for it. And a lot of people use it and like it. So check it out if you want to see it.
Yeah. And I think even to go further, like you've got the tracking of it, but maybe what about the storing of the product? We use the custom SKU field in eBay or even on Facebook. If we list items on Facebook, in the title, I'll put the location of where the item is located. Like I have a shelf or a box. Like for you, if you store in the attic, you may have a couple of boxes. You may be able to label one like AB1, maybe one's AB2. to where in your listing, you could put the location of the box that it's in. So like say you list this cell phone right here and it's in box AB1. So you can put that in the custom SKU field on eBay or on Facebook Marketplace. You can put it in the title. So that way, when you sell it, you know exactly which box that it's in. You can even go a step further with putting like a label. Like I use these easy peel removable labels for ours, where we will write the item location on the label, but also a short description of the item. So like for this one, this would be like iPhone XR. So I would put that on eBay, the custom SKU field, same thing on Facebook Marketplace. That way, when I go to sell it, I've got AB1, that box, I've got iPhone XR, so I can look on the label right there exactly where it is. I think if you combine those two, you can even put it on your inventory sheet. That would be a great way to help with that.
Yep. A&D resellers, we have nothing wrapped, but we have almost everything purchased. TJ's at 13%, he says. And Christmas gifts.
That's terrible, ain't it? It's bad.
Okay. Yep, none's wrapped.
We might do some of that tonight. I don't know.
Yep.
Let's see. Guys, this has been the longest live stream we normally do, but it's just so fun hanging out with y'all and hanging out with TJ.
Yeah,
Awesome.
awesome.
Kind of scrolling down, making sure there's nothing else going in here. And TJ, if there's anything else you want to add, for those of you who don't know who TJ is, he's up here hanging out with us because he's a really, really good friend of ours. But he and April have a channel called Pallet Jackin'. Marie has been posting links regularly so that you guys can go. I highly recommend that if you love Reselling Channel, if you love our channel, that you will love TJ and April's channel. So make sure you subscribe. You won't regret it. They do live streams on Tuesday nights. And then they post regular unboxings and vlog content. And it's pretty good, if I do say so.
Yeah.
So check them out. We do hope to have some collaborations here in the future after the holidays have passed. And it's going to be a fun time. Fun time.
Yeah. I'll answer one more question, then we'll go. Dean says, on manifested purchases, what do you think is a good buy in percentages? If I buy a manifested item for $1,000, manifested $5,000 retail, would be 20% at good retail. It really depends on what it is, what condition, where it's coming from. There's some loads that I would not pay more than like 8% of retail. Like if it's a full truckload, there's some pallets that I wouldn't pay any more than 15 or 20% for. But then there are some that I would pay 30 or 40% for, depending on what it is. So I know it's not like a cut and dry answer, but there's so many variables into the retailer, the lot, what it is, if it's shelf pulls, overstock, customer returns, what have you. So I know like you could buy Lowe's truckloads for $2,200 right now. I think I've even seen a whole Lowe's truckload going for $2,000, which for them, that may be only 5% of retail, but with Lowe's, you can get a lot of junk. Like you may not even make $2,000 off a whole truckload, or you make 20 grand. It just depends. So I know it's not exactly precise.
But liquidation tends to be that way.
And then Dean later asked if we do truckloads. We don't do truckloads anymore. We used to, but it was more than what we want to do. Could we do truckloads now? Yes, but it's not. It doesn't fit into our why and our long-term goals. Maybe one day when our kids are older and more independent, we may revisit that again. But
it was fun.
Yeah, but for right now, it's not, and we make less money because of that. But we're okay with that because it fits our why, and it's why we do what we do. So, yep.
All right, guys. So thank you guys so much for joining us. TJ, thank you so much for hanging out with us.
I appreciate y'all having me. It's fun.
You stayed the whole time. We must have been that entertaining.
I would have been on here anyway, you know.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, we love hanging out with you guys, with you on Tuesday. Sorry we took some of your night.
No, you're good.
I apologize about that. If we can figure out how to stream to both of our channels at the same time, it would be fun to do these more regularly where we could do it all at once, you know. And if we could figure it out. And yeah, so we won't be doing a live stream on Thursday. This made up for that because it's Christmas Eve and we do want to be with our families, but we will be back the following Thursday, back on schedule. And TJ, of course, you're going to have your live stream next Tuesday as well, correct?
Yep, we will be. We'll be on at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time, whatever time that is in real life.
We'll be on there chatting away in the chat, so hang out with us. So, all right, guys, thank you guys so much. We love you. Our DoorDash is here, and I'm hungry, so I'm gonna go eat.
Yes.
Bye, TJ. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Good night.
Good night.